Hello, fellow agents and advisors. This is James for A.R.C Systems, and I'd like to welcome you to the A.R.C for AEP video series, in which I'm going to be showing you how to use some of the A.R.C features to do a little bit of prospecting, some management, and also some follow-up and conservation for the annual enrollment period. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a little bit of a prospecting list with our prospecting database. So in the prospecting database, I have some filters already set in here. So what I'm going to be looking for are folks that are going to be turning 66 or have turned 66 recently in this zip code that I'm going to be working in. So when I load my filters in, it's going to provide me a data list, which gives me all the folks that are available in that area that meet my criteria. And I can also bring them up on a prospecting map. So I know this probably never happens to you because it never happens to me, but when we're out in the field, say somebody misses their appointment, they forget you're coming, we can minimize our downtime and still be productive by bringing up a map of folks that are around us that also meet our criteria. Maybe we can do a little bit of walking and talking, hand out a brochure, some business cards, whatever our strategy is. So now we can see that we're going to bring up our list, show all the folks that meet our criteria that are within that zip code too. And so now we can plug in some addresses, drive over, walk through a neighborhood, however it is we choose to do our prospecting. Now it's important to note that the database that comes built into A.R.C is not pre-scrubbed for do not call. You see this option down here, which is, do I need a do not call scrubbed list? So you can get in touch with us through that link there, and we can provide you with pre-scrubbed data as well if you want to use that as a calling list. Otherwise, you can download your list, you can choose to make calls off of it, or you can use it as a mailing list as well. Maybe if you have a letter or a business reply mail card, something like that that you like to send out to folks and generate some leads with. So once we actually have our list of prospects and we've set the appointment, what we can do is we can go in and access the client builder, which serves as a digital fact finder. So with the client builder, I can put in all of my prospects' information related to their fields. I can add in additional notes around those fields as well. And the nice thing about this here is the recommendation engine. So say you have a new agent that may not have a lot of experience with Medicare, or maybe this is their first AEP and they might need a little bit of guidance because they don't have a more experienced agent to ride with them. So what I can do is I can go in here and fill in fact finder information around certain health criteria. Let's say that my prospect only has Medicare Part A and B, and he never picked up any kind of an alternative plan. So I can view my recommendations, and our virtual agent Martha here will guide you through some of the most common scenarios in which somebody might have a setup like this. Also some things like probing questions as to why maybe they never picked up a Medicare plan. Also product tips and some warnings as well. So in this particular instance, product tip may be a Medicare Advantage plan. And some of the warnings for the agent might be if that they don't have a prescription plan, there is a possibility of a late enrollment penalty. So just things to watch out for so that when you are guiding your prospect or your client through, you're recommending the proper course of action for them. Now, once you've filled in your information, the only thing that is required is a name for this prospect. All other things are optional, so fill in as much as you need. You can then save this client as a prospect. You can save them as an actual client, or you can export this information to an email address, maybe a contact that you've added into the system, like a manager or a more experienced agent that might be able to give you some more help on the case. So that completes our first video of A.R.C for AEP, and we are going to be adding some additional videos around things like the tagging features, how to do things like conservation for the reintroduction of the open enrollment period coming up. So please join us for the rest of the series. And as always, you can find us at arc-aware.com and visit us on social media. If you have questions, reach out to us. We're always happy to talk to our fellow advisors and guide you through anything that we can. Thank you again for watching.